Now, how am I going to go about doing that? You might say, look, everybody says they're going to cut back on deficits. And actually, I've done some calculations. If I become president, by the end of my first term, I want to make sure that we've cut about $500 billion out of federal spending. And I'm going to do that by combining three different approaches. First of all, I'm going to cut out some programs we just don't need. And I'll get your list, all right? But let me tell you, the first on my list is the easiest to cut. I'm going to get rid of Obamacare. That will save $95 billion a year by 2016. So I'm going to get rid of Obamacare. But then there are other things we're doing that I like, but we simply can't afford. Now, you might ask, well, what's your test going to be if you look at federal programs and you try and decide which to keep and which not to keep? And it's a test that I employed back when I was a governor. I divided our spending between those things we had to do and those things we just liked doing. And we stopped doing a lot of the things we disliked and instead focused on what we had to do. My test for the federal government is this. Is this program so critical, so important, that it's worth borrowing money from China to pay for it? Knowing that I and my generation can't possibly pay it back, but we're going to pass it on to our kids and our grandkids. Is it that important? And by that test, a lot of things I like, we're going to have to stop. We'll probably stop sending money to subsidize Amtrak for almost a couple of $1 billion a year. We'll probably have things, I like the National Corporation for Public Broadcasting. I like the National Endowment for the Arts, the National Endowment for the Humanities. These are wonderful things. But I'm not willing to borrow $1 billion to pay for things we don't absolutely need. We can't keep buying and spending and passing on debts to our kids. And I'll stop it by killing programs.